My video didn't play, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. I hit it and then it didn't go. So we're just going to miss out on the dog rave party this week. And that's going to be okay. Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, September 9th. This is Sharbi hot seat number 10. I can't believe we've already had 10 hot seats. We have met in the last 10 hot seats. We have met some amazing communities, some amazing people. We just keep going with this because it's all about the connection, all about the community, working together, finding projects that are building, grinding, supporting, and it just excites us. So the Sharbi Hot Seat is sponsored by the Sharbi Dream Factory, www.sharbidreamfactory.com. Sharbi Dream Factory is being developed every day. We are currently working on our biggest development to date. It is exciting, it is motivating, and we basically are a platform for small to mid-sized projects to get services from. Sharbi has her own volume booster, so creating volume. We have DAO and legal services. We have 4chan ads. We have trending services. Basically anything that your project might need and just need that support, like a team that will come in and support you or even connect you. That is what Sharbi Dream Factory is for. That is what it is being built for. And it's, we're just excited about the future of it. So our 3 projects today, we have GME, Meme Battle, MEETwifPress. How the hot seat works is we give each project screen time. They can share their screen. They're going to talk about their project. And then following the live stream here, come into Sharbi's Telegram, our main Telegram. You can find the link on our official X page. And you are going to vote. So there will be a vote. And the vote runs for 24 hours. After 24 hours, the project with the most votes is going to win $100,000 in volume from the Sharbi Dream Factory. So do you have any words for us this morning, Hero? Hero is also here with us today. You're muted.
Nope, I'll let you just do it all. Good job.
Okay, great. That's the way to do it.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, good morning. Good morning. You did great. Like you said, sponsored by Sharbi Dream Factory. We book a lot of volume orders for Solana through the Dream Factory. That's kind of been our bread and butter. But as Aldald said, we are working on our biggest development to date, and we're very excited about what that's going to bring in and the services and value it's going to bring into the ecosystem for Sharbi. Very excited to hear about some new projects, actually some projects that have been building. The best thing about these projects is that they all come introduced by friends of other projects, right? I think that it's all about networking within other projects, growing together, and we're very excited to hear about these projects, what they offer, and really, how the Dream Factory can partner with other projects and help get their services out there as well. So excited to hear about the projects, and thanks for showing up. By the way, I did share, we didn't have the video work, so everything was a little bit behind on sharing it around, but I did share the link in the Sharbi Telegram, and I'm tweeting it out. Our group's tweeting it out. So if you're one of the projects here, please grab it, tweet it out. Let's get the viewership up. Usually we get between 400 and 1,000 viewers live. So it's a great exposure for projects, and it's a lot of fun. So excited to see and hear about the projects.
Awesome. So I am going to hand the mic over to Meme Battle. They're our first project up on stage today. Welcome, Meme Battle. We're excited to hear about what you're building.
Hey guys, Sharbi, thank you so much for inviting us. Hero, MEETwifPress, and GME, really excited to be here today. Yeah, so Meme Battle, I'll go straight to it, I guess. I don't know if you want to pull up the screen share. Awesome, awesome. So Meme Battle, guys, we are a 1v1 meme card game where essentially you get to create playing cards out of anything, right? We're essentially kind of like the Pokemon of memes. In our game, you can create playing cards of memes, NFTs, or even a photo of your dog and cat, right? So this on the screen that we have right now is essentially just like our pending battles. So battles that another player has put up, and in this case, these are like wager battles. Some are for like 0.01 sold, and we have other options. But essentially, that's what it is here. You have a player, in this case, Pancho, who wants to play someone else and is waiting for someone to join the battle. So yeah. So before I show you a little demo of the game, let me just tell you a little bit about it. Essentially when a player signs up into a game, which is just as simple as connecting a wallet, they get 5 free meme cards, which is, like I showed you before, something like this. These are meme cards, and meme cards have a name, the image, experience points, their tiers, and different stats, which are actually customizable for people who hold our token. So meme cards have tiers. This is a tier 2. The blue ones, green ones are tier 1, and we have like 10 different tiers. And our game is essentially a game of chance, more or less. It is depending on the odds based on the different stats of the cards, and there's a little bit of strategy built into the game, but it's mostly a game of chance. So in our game, players get to play. They can wager soul in the battles. So we have the soul battles, or they can play entirely for free. And as players are like playing the game, when they win battles, their stats essentially increase, and when they lose battles, they decrease. So like they go up and down in the tier system. We have really cool things like clans, where essentially we're inviting other projects to participate in our game. Like for example, when we go to our clan section, which is one of the latest features that we added, we have multiple projects who we're friends with. But for example, I'll show you our close friends, Kitsune, which is a utility project that we are partnered with. Kitsune has, their members in the game, and they, in their clan page, they get a logo for their project, they get a banner, they get all of their socials, including the screener. And what's really cool about it is that projects, when they sign up with us to collaborate, we and their members create cards. Their cards are branded with a logo of the project. So essentially, every time they play a battle, the other player gets to see that this card it belongs to a project, essentially. We got things like the leaderboard, where essentially you get to see, there's a ton of players who have played the game. We actually have had more than 2,000 players, unique players, play the game. Our number 1 player has won 12 soul in the game. I am definitely not in the top, and I'm probably actually close to the bottom of the list. Yes, I am not the greatest in the game, but some people have strategies to win, obviously. Yeah, it's actually fun and exciting to play the game. I will show you in a little bit later, how the game goes and how you create cards. So we have the leaderboard. We have a marketplace where essentially people who create meme cards are able to buy and sell them. Like you can have all sorts of cards of like different tiers. There will be more expensive cards probably down the line here. Let me see, not that tier. Let's see if I can find anything. Oh, sorry, wrong page. So we have different tiers. We have, I believe, our most expensive cards have sold for 1.5 soul, which is actually pretty interesting because these are not really NFTs. These are simply digital cards that belong to the game. The user has their profile page where I have essentially my meme cards, my battle history, my pending battles. Like I actually have a pending battle right here. I can have a friends list, which I'm not using in this account, but we have that. And we also have an affiliate program where essentially I can copy a link, I can share it on social media or send it to friends. And when the people that I invite, they buy cards, because after the 5 free cards that you're able to create, you have to pay for the cards, or you can actually pay for cards that are of higher tiers. And when they do that, essentially, if I share my link, I will get a commission based on that. This is an account that is just a tester account. It just has accumulated very little affiliates, but the idea is that you can accumulate affiliate fees on that. I have all the notifications from the game, where essentially, what happened to the battles? Did I win? Did I lose? We also have a how to play guide we keep track of the updates, the perks that you will have if you hold our token, and the different tiers that explains the different levels. And our game also has the we have a token. It's called MEEBA. It's integrated into the game in multiple ways. For example, we have perks like the different discounts that we get. So the perks are like things like you are able to customize your celebration explosion. You get a discount on the cards, and you also get this pretty cool badge on top of your card when you're playing. Let me see what else we can go through. Let me actually just show you really quickly. Our demo is pretty short, I guess, but let me show you really quickly how we create a meme card. So I'm actually logged in right now into the game. So that's how you create an account. Essentially, it's just connect your wallet, and that creates a player in the game. Let me actually really quick come to a creation. Let me see. We'll pick this image. And in this case, I'm unable to customize my stats. It will be using the default stats simply because I don't hold enough MEEBA in this account. But I'll go ahead and create a card of this dog. And now I already have my card. Has no wins, no losses, because it was just created. I could put it up for sale if it's something just funny or whatever I wanted to do. I could also boost it, because our token allows you to boost the cards, but I don't really have MEEBA right now to do that. But I could essentially boost the stats of this card by using our token. I could either do a permanent boost, which essentially like changes permanently the stats of this card, or I could temporarily boost the card, which would only apply for one battle. Let's actually go find a battle that we can play. So I have to look specifically for the green tier. So I'm gonna battle this person, which is I guess this is a Milady Aura, I believe. And in this case, we have 0.01 soul being wagered, a normal battle, which means that I'm only battling to win this bag, and experience points. I'm not actually trading the card, but we do have a mode, which is collect mode, in which if I win the battle, I win the soul, but I also win the card, the other player's card. Let's actually play with, we have our friend Powell here. I can go through my cards, and I'm gonna pick the new one that we just created, and I have to pick a strategy. In this case, I'm just gonna go with IQ, and I'm gonna join the battle. And I'm gonna accept. I'm sending 0.01 into the program. And now I've joined the battle. So let's go and see what happened. And that's just one. There's just 0.01 soul, and my card stat just increased, and my opponent's stats actually decreased in level. So now my dog is a little bit stronger, and I'm a little bit richer right now, or less poor, if you're memes. So that's essentially how meme battle is. That's a game of meme battle. If we go back to the clans, clans are like partner projects that we sign up with. There's no cost to do that. And there's also like the leaderboard of the clans, where essentially it's a ranking based on the number of wins they have had. And it's a fun game. It's a game where you can just play. You can wager your soul, kind of like a sort of a casino game, or you can simply play for free, and you will simply join any battle, and just to play for fun. You can play against friends, or just compete with other people from your community. So yeah, that's essentially what meme battle is. I don't know if you have any questions, or if there's anything that anything I could answer.
Well, I am super impressed. It's just amazing. I'm definitely going to look into it more. So I got to digest everything that you've shared, but I definitely feel Hero's sentiment comment on YouTube that there's definitely feels undervalued. So many different aspects to it, and then also, it has that interactive play. Goodness, it's really great. I appreciate you sharing. Do you have any
Of
questions,
course.
Hero? Any comments?
Yeah, a couple things. First, how long have you guys been developing this?
Well, we've been working on it for several months, and actually, it's just really quickly. Let me touch. We're two developers. We're two actual real software developers. We've been building this game for a couple of months. Not a couple of months, actually, several months. It took us several months. We launched the game 2 months ago, and we actually launched on Pump Fun because we wanted to get just eyes on our project. Our token went to 3.5 million. Um, we locked 50% of our tokens. We never sold a single token, and unfortunately, people in Pump Fund have that cheat mentality, and they literally dumped really quickly. And we just held it because we believe in the vision. We are building something that is a long-term project. We still have features to add that will probably be game changing. We want to do things where we have like tournaments that could be like massive tournaments on Solana. We want to actually fully integrate NFTs. Right now, we do have NFTs as far as for clans. Like, for example, this collection here, this is an NFT collection graph. And so essentially, we do have that integration, but it's not a full integration. We do want to bring our own native NFT into the game, but we also want to open a complete integration with all NFT collections on Solana. So we will see a lot more of that. We'll definitely see things like NFTs integrated in tournaments that hopefully we can get a lot of attention in the future from that. Yeah. And our token, we also believe that we really believe that we're super undervalued. It's simply how the space works, that people really are after the new shiny thing, but they don't really stop to think, hey, how much effort has these people put into this project, right? And we're gonna see a lot of that in the projects that are gonna present here as well. I know that everyone that is actually willing to come up and talk and speak is because they actually believe what they're doing, and they've been working really hard. And it's just like like yourselves, guys. I'm actually excited to learn more about Sharbi and the Dream Factory, and just see what opportunities there might be there for us. But yeah, thank you so much for the invitation. I hope my intro wasn't too robotic. Unfortunately, I was just going through the game, and I never done that to anyone really. Maybe should have done more like a shield, but it was just I think it's best to actually show the project and show what we're building, just to show that is real, right?
Yeah, no, I think actually getting to see it versus just talk about it on this space makes a big difference, right? We were able to look at it, watch a game, see like the interaction. I think that the integration of NFTs, especially if you can get it with all the NFTs on Solana, could be a massive addition. And yes, Solana is a very interesting chain, right? Like the more you build, the more value you really have, the harder it is to keep investors, which is always very interesting. And I liken it to the Sharbi launch. We launched on Solana after 13 months of running on other chains, and we actually supply back to launch on Solana, bought it and burned it, and the first day, we were running trending and everything, and it went up, and then some people started selling, and we had DMs asking if it was done. It's like we've been here for over a year. The projects that have value, and it's really crazy to see some of the things that are being built, and definitely interested in getting Sharbi on this in the meme battle, and I'm sure we have some gamers that would be very interested. So very cool, good stuff.
Thank you. Looking forward to connecting. And again, this is we extend that invitation to any project here or anyone else who's running a project or is a part of a project, but would like to be a part of a meme battle in a clan. We have had over 20,000 battles, well over 100,000 page views. We do track our metrics, and time on page is like close to 5 minutes per session. So I think there's value in there. There's definitely value to show up your project in meme battle, and people have fun. In fact, which is interesting. Like the first night that we launched, the type of comments that we're getting from people were things like, this is the most fun we have had, on Web3 games. Our game is not flashy necessarily, but it actually is fun, especially when you're playing against people. We have people like literally streaming games on voice chat or on Spaces, people battling with 1.5 solo on Spaces. I mean, it ends up being a lot of fun when you have all of that. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, and looking forward to connect in the back.
Thank you so much. It's great having you. Okay, next up, I would like to introduce, or I will let you introduce yourself, but we have MEETwifPress. And you just let me know when you want me to share the screen. I can do it now or in a minute. Now good?
In a minute. Hi, okay. My name is Shandana. I'm the founder of MEETwifPress, and now you can hit the share button. So we launched about, is it sharing already? Yes. So MEETwifPress is a parody on Meet the Press, and we decided to do something different for the space. So we wanted to do cover news, world news and crypto news, and make a funny twist about it and do satire. So if you go to our page with, I'm gonna share it. You can see that we have like in the banner, everything that's crypto related. We have all socials up, and we have been working since June making this possible. So you can see MEETwifPress, so we know we're not getting sued. And then we have our small articles. Let me talk a little bit about myself first, because MEETwifPress is very nice. Why we decided to do something different. We have seen we are on Solana. It's Jeet Paradise, and we were but we had a vision, and our vision was to entertain and bring the news out, because we see a lot of people, especially in crypto, they're not really following the news, and we were like, hey, this is something we can do, like follow the news, what's happening in crypto world, what's happening outside of crypto, and also do a satire. But we're not also doing that. We're also doing a donation part. We just put it up on our X. It's going to be on our website, where we want to give back to the community. And by doing so, you don't have to buy our tokens. You can just donate like Solana or something else, so we can help. So our first initiative is to help the children of the ICU in the academic hospital in Paramaribo. That's a small country in South America where they need help. So we're trying to raise $10,000 to do so. So that was a little bit about what we behind MEETwifPress. MEETwifPress is a small group of people. Some of my team members are stuck in the Ukraine, the ones working also on content, and also in Bulgaria, the one who made this website. So I was just hearing what you were saying. You were a lot of people think, oh, just launch a token and that's it. But there's a work behind this, and a lot of projects are undervalued because people are just chasing this shiny new token. But we are actually not afraid at all to do the hard work to network. That's why I'll be leaving for Singapore on Sunday. And what we have accomplished as a team is that we are the official media partner of MemCon. MemCon is the biggest side event. I'm going to show you guys. So we just announced last week that MemCon is, they had a first conference in Portugal in May. where I was there for another project, and they saw what I was doing. They really liked the way I talk, so they decided that we would be the official media partner of MEMCon. So I'll be interviewing a lot of the big names in crypto of the big tokens. So like Mumu the Bull, I'm gonna show you their. If I change to another website, it's gonna see still streaming.
It should, but if it changes, we can just add it back up to the stage for you.
Okay,
No
no
problem.
problem. I'm gonna do MEMCon.
MIMCon is in Singapore.
Yeah, it's gonna be in Singapore.
The,
Oh.
isn't there another conference in Singapore coming?
Yeah,
Or is
there's
that
a
the same
lot of
one?
conference in Singapore. You
Okay.
have you have a lot of crypto conferences.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about because
Okay.
we're gonna be in Token 2049. We're going to be at Karate Combat.
Oh,
We're also
good.
gonna be at Solana Breakpoint. Yeah, let's get wrecked. I'm gonna show you guys. Yeah, that's their website. So there are gonna be a lot of things that we're gonna be interviewing. Oh God, my bad. Yeah, so it's going to be in Singapore this time. Last time it was in Portugal, in the capital in Lisbon. So for the 21st of September, you're gonna see me. If you click on this video, you're gonna see me in yellow. You cannot miss me, and you can see what they're doing. And the communities that they're gonna be there are well known, like the Obama Sonic, Mew Mew, on the Dodge. I don't know all of them. Retiree, of course, and I will also be interviewing them, all of those communities. And you can see we are officially on MEETwifPress, so far on Tron, and these are their partners like Goldbit, Monkey DAO, Decentral. So I would say also check them out. So what we are building. So I'm gonna go back to my own website, of course. We wanted to do something really different. So that's why we took our time. And I really like the effort because of my team. Like 3 of my team members are in Warzone, and they're working on this because I wanted to help them out. Maybe sometimes my partner calls me naive, but I do think that with um, if you have the possibility to help someone, you can help them out. And I've been telling this story since the beginning. Um, and that's why we also be Meet with Press, because we want to give what's happening really behind the scene, what's happening really in Ukraine. Like we don't want the mainstream media who maybe don't have the access what's really happening. And that's why we decided to make this one. So it's also, humanitarian help. That's basically what it also is. Meet with Press, if you just look at our website. And yeah, it's a small team. We're grinding. I'm going to Singapore, get more eyes on this project. We did the merch, we did the cards. And I really think, because I have seen that not only in this project, when you have a good project, maybe the crypto space is not your audience. Maybe it's somebody else who's going to see it. And I've seen that in real life. Getting connection network helps a lot. That's how I also got the gig from memcon, because I'm not paying, they're not paying me. They're just like, you know what, we have seen you, we have seen how you spoke on stage, like, yeah, we would love to collab with you. So that's why we are doing that. Yeah, so I would say shoot any questions you guys have for me, because I'm a very open book. I'm totally Doc. Shandana is my real name. If you look it up, you can see that I'm really been working on this for months.
It's very cool, and it's crazy that you're traveling to so many places. We just got back from Toronto, and we got invited to Singapore and to ShibaCon, and we're struggling to get the opportunity to travel everywhere we want to travel. But it's very cool. Have you? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, the reason in Portugal, I was in fully transparent, I was in another project. I was just a bag holder, and I saw the memcon. And because used to have I used to work for the government and freelance contracting, so I had the means to go there. In Portugal, my partner is paying because I haven't been working for months. I was just been building this. So I do think that Singapore is a great opportunity, and also for, yeah, you can, like Sharbi, you guys also undervalue, like, you know, I got the opportunity to be in the hot seat, and I'm seeing this more and more. So what I did also in Portugal, I was there for another project, but I was shilling other projects. I was like, listen, I know this dev, check them out. That's how I do. I'm like, okay, hit me up if you want me to say something. And but I do think like Singapore right now, this is our hope, like to get the bigger eyes on us, to make sure that we are out there. So that's why we chose Singapore. Like I put all my time, my energy, forget about the money because that's a lot, but to go there and do this. And I'm not only going, I'm also bringing somebody from Australia. She's helping me out and she has all the connections. So we're doing this like a small part of the team because the ones who are stuck in Ukraine, they cannot come, of course, and the rest is just cheering on. It's just a small team grinding and are like believing in something greater than ourselves, not just Web3. Of course, we're all in here for the money. Let's not kid ourselves, but we do want to give back and entertain people.
I love it. I love it. As far as the donations go, how close have you gotten on your donations?
Yeah, we just started it today. So we just posted on our X today, and tonight it's going to be live on our website. Because we were thinking, because first what we did when we built MEETwifPress was to help actually out the team members who were stuck in Ukraine, to give a little bit of the background story about Ukraine. My team members are very young, and at the age of 26 you have to go to the front, but a lot of people don't know that they don't train these young men. They just give them guns and they are just sent up to the front, and they're actually just cannon meat, and they get killed. So, and I think as a mother, I'm obviously a little bit older. I'm like, this is so wrong. Like, if you train those people to go to the front, there's no problem. But that's what's happening, and that's not being reported enough. So we wanted to help them out also financially. Like one of our contact, the one who makes our animation, he's in the front where he really has to go. So when we also make oh yeah, that's our own thing. MEETwifPress also makes content for others token. So with that revenue, I pay the content creators. So even though we are a low market cap, I would say generational entry cap, we also make money by making content on the side. And so I would say check out MEETwifPress for everybody who wants animation, memes. We have high quality. Check out X page. It's really funny. You can see also the quality of our website. It's really been thought, love, and a lot of time thinking about it. Like, how can we make something different?
I was muted again. I love it. It's really, really great. I love everything you've said. And we are sharing the links to each chart. Make sure to check the chart. I definitely think we're seeing undervalued projects, and you're seeing passion, right? Like the passion people have to continue to build, to stick with projects and do things. I love that part about it. And, so thank you for sharing. I'm excited to watch some videos myself and to watch your interviews. When is the meme talk?
Okay, so I'll be leaving Sunday to Singapore, and we start filming the moment is gonna show filming what we're going to do, and then the 18 at Token 2049 we'll be starting making videos. They're gonna be edited, of course. We're still thinking like it's gonna be my face or gonna be the meme, so we're really working on that and the content that we're gonna create out through that week. So really showing people that no, we're really going there, because I had that question like, are you really going to Singapore? I'm like, yes, it's already paid for, cannot cancel, we're doing this, and really show people that we are there with our hopes and dreams on my back, like, let's do something different. So that's what we're doing.
I just have to say, it makes me I get so excited inside. It's funny because before we got on live, I was having kind of this conversation with Pete about how crypto is more than just the chart for me personally, right? I have found so many things coming from the corporate world into something where I feel value. I feel more confident about myself, and wanting to share and network with these other communities. And so the sentiment of just the first two today is exactly why I'll continue to put this hot seat on, because I think it gives, yes, it gives Sharbi exposure. That's great. We want that. We want to give exposure to our Dream Factory, but also to these other projects that are building and that are here, and to find something sustainable and to give back to others, right? And we can just, inspire each other. So very inspiring, very excited for you, and so happy you came and shared all of this with us today. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. If we don't have anything else, I'm gonna take thank you and safe travels to Singapore. Okay.
Yes,
We'll have to
I want to
check
thank
in
you
on
very
all
much
the
for this
updates.
opportunity, because we were, you obviously we meet each other in the women's group, and
Yes.
I really appreciate it, and my team also really appreciate this opportunity.
Thank you, and I appreciate you as well. So best of luck. I know it's going to be great, and I'll follow along on your awesome travels. Thank you. Okay, let me take this off stage. Next up, we have with us GME. Welcome them to the stage. Thank you for being here. I will go ahead and hand the mic over to you.
What's
Can you
going
hear
on?
me, Pete?
Yeah, can you hear me good?
We can hear you loud and clear. Thank you. How you doing?
All right. I'm doing good. Honestly, I was a little nervous right when we started. My device decided to glitch out, so I had to do a last minute switch, but we keep moving, we keep going.
We
So yeah,
keep
I'm
going.
excited to be here. I appreciate the opportunity, and yeah, I just got a few things for you. I'll try to keep it short and sweet. We've got a lot of big things coming, but just to touch on the main points for anyone who's not familiar. Our project was inspired by the short squeeze going on with GME, the stock, in 2021, and the trading halts that have been going on from back then all the way up to even earlier this year. As someone who's been a traditional investor using Robinhood and different platforms like that, I learned the hard way that different corporations can just take your ability to sell out and take your profit. And I realized, wow, this is essentially set up for people like myself, traditional investors, regular people, to fail in order to save the hedge funds and the big banks and things like that. So that's one of the things that kind of inspired our project and our movement. Let me just go back to this real quick. I have a few things written down. So we were the first GME token on the blockchain, and since the beginning of this year, we've been growing rapidly. The idea has always been to unite the traditional investors, gamers, and regular people together under the GME umbrella to give ourselves and our community the opportunity to establish a real sense of value outside of the central banking structure. We have multiple partnerships with different online crypto casinos, as well as more ways to play and earn GME tokens directly through our Telegram, with games like our coin flip battle, which I'm kind of addicted to. It's really fun to challenge different people in the community, and you can place little bets. We also have a few different games through our partnership with Pigmo. You can like shoot dice, and you can do like Plinko and stuff, and you can just like in a few seconds multiply your whatever bet that you make, and it's really fun. It's honestly hard to not play that like for hours at a time. And one of the things that allows us to do, aside from just being fun for our community, is we generate a percentage of revenue from that with our partnerships. Part of that goes to burning tokens, which, if you don't know, essentially means that we reduce the amount of tokens in circulation within the ecosystem, which makes each individual token that people are holding increase in value over time. And that's one thing that we are constantly looking to kind of increase when it comes to giving people reasons to invest with us or to engage and interact with our ecosystem. It's like, not only do you get to have fun, or do you get to use our token for different payment options on different websites. Like, I know we are um, you're able to use GME on a website called Bitrefill and buy different gift cards. Like, one of my favorite ones, you can buy GameStop gift cards themselves, and you actually get a reduced price. So if you were buying like a $50 gift card, you can get it for like $45 if you're paying with crypto, which is insane to me. And that's just one of the many ways that we have we're trying to give back to our community essentially so that they can get themselves out of the traditional finance system and out from under the control of these central banks. Let me go back to this really quickly. So yeah, the more our holders use GME to play games, the more valuable their investment becomes because of the burning. We're also working on partnerships with crypto payment processors, like I mentioned, so that we can offer different ways for our holders to use their GME to buy essentially anything they want or need in their day-to-day life. And the best part is that the more you interact with our token and ecosystem, the more revenue we can generate to put right back into bigger partnerships, higher quality art and media content, as well as our own gaming arcade, which is coming out pretty soon. One of the goals of that arcade is to be able to release 1 to 2 games a month that will be hosted directly on our site, gmestop.co. You don't have to share it, but if you want to, it's up to you. It'd be cool. And we've also got plans for GME merch, like official red headbands, and a lot more that I can't really talk about now, but soon we'll be able to discuss that in more detail once we have the official announcements up, and we can talk about a lot more of the things that we've got cooking behind the scenes. And the biggest thing about our community is we're not just a meme coin, we're a movement. We want everyone to get involved because if we work together and invest in ourselves, then we can all win when it's said and done. Because like I said, the reason I got involved was getting trade halted and being like, damn, this is set up for me to lose so that these big control players can win. So how do we empower ourselves to get away from this system and essentially invest in ourselves so that we can say, you know what? I'm going to take the power of my finances and my freedom back into my own hands. And I personally never believed that it had to be some like violent uprising or anything. And once I found crypto and especially Solana, I realized like we mentioned a little bit before we went live, I have a background in software development and computer science, computer engineering. And I was one of the people that wanted to work for Google or work for Apple a few years ago. I was going to school for that. And I realized that the culture surrounding that was it's very lifeless and soul sucking. And most of the people, even though they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, they hate their job and they hate their life. And it's a very depressing and like, it was a very dark situation for a lot of years. It actually like discouraged me from wanting to get into that. But more recently, when I found crypto again, because I've known about it since about 2014, I knew about Bitcoin. And, you know, I saw it as having potential, but I wasn't ready to buy in at the time. And as Solana's gained more popularity, I realized from, like I said, a computer science background, I'm looking at the technology itself and realizing that, wow, through smart contracts and through this specific blockchain, we can use this technology to empower ourselves to get away from these systems. And it doesn't have to be some crazy revolution or violent uprising, anything like that. We can literally do it peacefully just by working together and working on things that we want to work on. Like I know myself, I'm a musician, I'm an artist, I'm a content creator, I do a bunch of things. And by aligning with this team, I've been able to essentially create music and art and things and generate a bit of revenue for myself that I put right back into the community because I'm in it for the long term. And another thing we talked about is the bull run hasn't even really started yet. The amount of people that are going to start looking at crypto as a potential outlet to, you know, invest in or to for themselves to get away from the system is only growing in popularity. And as the election cycle comes to an end, that's really when things kick off. So over the next few months, we expect a lot of growth. And one of the main things we've been basically focusing on is not so much how do we pump the chart and get everyone excited about the price, which like MEETwifPress mentioned, like that is a part of it. Part of it is making money, you know, trying to help ourselves and our family and establish generational wealth for ourselves. But the bigger thing is how do we give back to our holders and create a sense of value for everybody? So, like I said, that's been creating different games, that's been working with different partners that help us to get the name out so that we can generate revenue to put right back into making bigger and better things over time, bigger partnerships, more games, and also, like I said, the ecosystem as far as being able to use GME as a payment option on different websites and through different businesses so that you can get away from traditional finance entirely. That's one of the biggest things that I think is like the biggest draw for our entire community is, it's like, why would you use dollar bills when the only thing that's backing the dollar bill is essentially governments and militaries, when you could use something like our token, which is backed by us, which is backed by the people. And that's why I love to say GME is the people's coin. It's a revolution, it's a movement, it's more than just a meme, and it's powered by all of us. So the more we work together, the more we all do good. And I see that as nothing but a beneficial thing. So yeah, that's right now pretty much all I got for you. And I hope you guys consider checking out our main account, GME Coin Soul on X. Go to the website, gmestop.co. Check out what we've got going on. Join the Telegram. We've got a 24/7 radio that you can pull up, listen to music, hang out with team members. Our team is global, so there's never a time where everyone's asleep or you're like, oh, I can't get a hold of anybody. There's always someone to talk to. And a lot of the times you can even find me in there. You can find me playing the coin flip bot or talking to different community members about different aspects of the MOAS, which is the GME short squeeze stuff that's been going on for a few years now. We also talk about like decoding Roaring Kitty's tweets. For anyone who doesn't know, he recently tweeted again on Friday. And the craziest part about that is on Tuesday of last week, we actually had a space where we were talking about it and we were giving different predictions. And one of the main predictions was a lot of people in that space were saying, you know, I think Friday is going to be big. I think he's going to come back on Friday. I think the 6th is going to be really big. And guess what? We actually manifested it. That was kind of, it was a funny way that we made the space. It was like, we're going to manifest Roaring Kitty coming back. And then he just so happened to tweet on that day. Like I said, I wasn't even home at the time when it happened. I came back to a bunch of messages. Everyone was live talking about it. I'm like, wow, this is, man, I was ready for a chill weekend and things just turned on its head. So we've got some of the biggest catalysts that have nothing to do with like, you know, huge amounts of money pouring in or being involved with these different KOLs that pump up, you know, the hype. It's organic and it's powered by all of us. And I think that's one of the main things that sets us apart. And it's honestly really beautiful to see. As I've been more involved in this project, I'm like, wow, this is amazing, not just because of what this community stands for, not just because of what we're working on, but because of the simple fact that it's wholesome in a space that with the culture right now, things are very toxic. A lot of people are at each other's throats and they're honestly trying to sell the fear of missing out. Whereas with us, it's like, you don't have to worry. You can relax and you can come hang out with us and you can know that we're going to make it. We're going to do big things. There's nothing that could stop us. Literally nothing. And it's because we empower ourselves through the blockchain. So yeah, that's all I got. And I think if you're not excited about it already, just check out the website, check out the Telegram, and you will be. I promise you.
You know, I love it, and I love the GME story. Like, I don't know how many times I've watched Dumb Money now. Like, but I was also trading during that time, and you know, I'm in data analytics, so I have this analytical brain that back in that time I was not like super into crypto, and I didn't realize just the how big the movement was, right? Like I was one of those people that was like looking at the statistics of GME and I'm like, they're not even profitable. You know, why is it going up this much? So I totally missed out on the whole run because my brain wouldn't like compute, right?
Yeah.
But now in crypto, you see it every day, right? You see this every day. Is what really brings value to a coin is people, right? It's what people believe. It's volume. It's what people assign. You know, it's not. You know, the coins don't have any intrinsic value in crypto for memes, but community decides that, right? And you know, now I understand it. Now, you know, I need another GameStop run in the stock market because I would hit that really hard now. But I think you know, it's pretty crazy looking at the chart and you know, seeing the highs and the lows of the GME chart, and now seeing what you guys are doing, you can kind of see that there's really a steady buildup of that movement, right? That you're talking about, right? That you know, it's a continuous growth that's happening versus, you know, oh, this happened, it's spiking. Right now, you guys are building something, and you can see that growth. You know, especially over the last month in the chart. I think that's very unique and cool to see, especially after seeing you know the highs and the lows, right?
Yeah. It's been really cool because we have had a few different of those spikes specifically from like when Roaring Kitty was when he planned his stream I think a few months back, I believe it was June. The moment that he planned that, before it was even live, like he scheduled to go live, we had a huge spike. And since then, we've had a few more catalysts essentially tied to him, tied to GameStop, and tied to the movement itself, with just traditional investors, people talking on Reddit still. It started with r slash I think it's called Deep Value or Deep Effin Value, something like that. But it's moved from that and also the Wall Street Bets subreddit to a bunch of them now. Like you can find me on the GME subreddit that we run, and also on there's another one called Super Stonks where I'm in there talking to other people about the things going on. And you'll notice if you correlate those events to our chart, you'll see those spikes. But the coolest part is that we don't drop right back down to where we were. We consistently build a new floor because more and more people are realizing, oh, this is actually something that I can play in the long term and have conviction in holding this. And we've got, I believe, almost 50,000 holders at this point right now. We've got over 22,000 members in our Telegram. Like I said, it's always active. We've always got something going on, whether it's music or games or both. We have public meetings on Sundays, or we'll, if ever there's a time where we're going to change that, we will announce it. But usually you can join the VC, the voice call, and listen to us have our team meeting. And as long as there's nothing that we haven't announced yet, you can listen in and be the first person to know what's going on. So yeah, I think that engagement and that involvement that we have with our community, it makes people feel like they're really a part of it because we want them to feel like that. And I can even say, just closing for myself, I'm not somebody that's paid to do this. I didn't like apply or nothing like that. I was a community member. I was a regular person that just heard them talking on spaces and I was like, wow, these are really cool people. Let me join the Telegram and let me just talk about stuff. And then I noticed that they were working on different things and I was like, hey, I have some ideas for this. Maybe you guys could do this or that. And they were like, honestly, we don't have a bunch of money to pay you for that, but if you want to take the initiative, then you're welcome to. And I was like, you know what? I will do that. I'm going to invest some of my money into the coin itself. I'm going to hold a little bit of a bag. And then one of our sayings is work for your bag. So we have like raiding in the Telegram, which is we'll share different posts and then we'll give people little amounts of the coin for interacting with our posts on X, on YouTube, and even on Reddit. And then it's just, there was something else. I actually just forgot it. It flew away from me. But yeah, just giving that sense of involvement to our community, I think it really sets us apart. And it's something that is enabled by being wholesome and not tied to some celebrity pump and dump or some cabal coin, as we like to say, which is like a bunch of really big whales with a lot of money will pump up the chart really nice. And then they slowly sell off on you. And it's just like, you're never going to see that with us because we're not about that. We're about growth. We're about community, and we're about progressing as the world goes and turns more towards the digital age and towards decentralization as a whole. We want to lead the charge, and I think if you've been paying attention, you know that we have been, especially on Solana. So as Solana grows, as crypto grows as a whole, as far as popularity, you're going to see bigger and bigger things coming from our community, and it's really awesome to see. Honestly, I'm glad to be a part of this team and this community.
That's super cool, super cool. I love the story. I love the you know the CTO you know vision and the fact that you know community is all about community and community involvement. You know that's what a meme coin's about. So I think you guys are doing it right, and it's really neat to see. Like I said, it's neat to see the stay power that the GME meme has. You know because I did see it run up crazy and you know drop back down, but now I think it is you know being recognized that there is a stay power long term that will never go away, and I mean, it really is a movement. So very cool.
Yeah, I think so too. It's really awesome to see. And as the months progress, as we announce more of our things that we've been working on, I know even if the bull run was to like not go crazy like a lot of us are expecting, those of us who know the historical like the past of what happens when Bitcoin gets halved and then after the election cycle, there's usually a huge run. Even if that wasn't the case, we can still bet on the fact that the things we're working on and the opportunities that we enable other people to take advantage of and like to empower themselves, that alone is going to be the reason why we grow. Everything else is just an added bonus. It's just cherries on top of the cake, and it's really cool.
Well, so great, Pete. Thank you so much. The three awesome communities here today, just starting my Monday inspired. It's exciting to see. I think like Sharbi, we have that same sentiment, right? Like the just that consistent. I think we have a strong team, a strong community. We're 19 months here, and we're not going anywhere. So, like Hero said in the beginning on our soul launch, it was hard to see for a second. Like, oh, is this done? It's like we're not done. We're not done. We're just getting started. But our three guests today, I know Meme Battle had to jump off. He had another commitment, but we appreciate you guys being here. Thank you to all the viewers. We are 3 shy of 300, so we have 297 people watching this live, hearing about these amazing projects. They're building, they're grinding, they're giving back, all about building, being sustainable, and we love it. I love the hot seat. It gets me just a great way to start my Monday, good energy. What we will do now is in the Sharbi Telegram, so our main Telegram, we will post a vote. It'll be open for 24 hours. And so come on in and see us. Vote for, like I say in the chat, whichever project burned your buns. And we're excited. I'm happy that I got to meet these three projects and see firsthand what they're doing and hear firsthand what they're doing. So thank you. Hero, do you have if anyone has any closing comments, go for it now and we will wrap this up.
Now, I just want to thank you guys. I really loved everything you're doing. And, I made also GameStop really love your story. And I wish everybody the best, and that we all moon and that we all make it out. So that's what I'm saying today. And keep on doing this. The hot seat is really nice. You should really keep on doing this.
Thank you all for being here. It's a pleasure meeting you, and definitely going to be following along and watching the progress of all the projects and investing some too. We generally invest, as we go along. But I think that everybody has, their unique things they're doing, and I love hearing about them and seeing the passion of people, right? Like the passion behind the communities, right? Like the drive that you have to build or to show up every day and do something that's different. And I think that is it's an inspiring thing. So I love meeting people on here and hearing the stories. It's really my favorite part.
I agree. I don't think we will stop doing it. So that is, I'll show up as long as I can. And if not, we grab someone else to show up. But thank you guys. And I have to commend StreamYard for this platform because we are able to show, right? And sometimes just something a little different when we do these, because when you hear spaces, there's not always that. I think it gives like a little bit more of a connection, and so I appreciate that for this platform. I'm grateful for that. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We are going to close it down, and we will see you next Monday with 3 more projects. Have a safe week, and we'll see you in the Sharbi TG.